What is good, YouTube gang? Today is a bright sunny day in Thailand, and today we're going to be heading to the beautiful beach of Ao Nang, and we're going to be talking about some stuff when it comes to moving to Thailand, which is the cost of living here. Let's jump into it. But before we get into it real quick, if you want money in your bank account when you move here because maybe you're broke, then sign up for my coding mentor course. I've been coding for about 15 years. I have tons of experience coding. I know languages such as C, C++, C#, Go, a whole bunch of HCL languages, Java, and JavaScript. So if you're interested, hit my email down the link below, and I'll slide you a message back with all the details. But anyways, let's go and make our way to Ao Nang. After a long 1-hour boat ride, finally got to Krabi. So now it's time to head to the hotel. Oh, now that's so nice. So actually funny, I called one bolt, but then another bolt came at the same time, so they ended up getting confused, or I got confused. I thought one was the other, one was the other. So I ended up finding the right guy. It's good here if you speak a little bit of, I mean, really, the more fluent you're in Thai, the better, but at least knowing how to say basic things like, like sorry, thank you, or asking where the bathroom is, stuff like that. It really helps out a lot. Even if you can just say like yes and no, my krap, chai krap, or if you want to use the bathroom like kaptol, nam yunai krap. So stuff like that. That helps out a lot. All right, we finally made it. So let's get into it. So the first main thing when it comes to cost of living in Thailand is going to be your rent, or aka accommodations. So generally, most people really fluctuate depending on how much space you want or need. Me, for example, I have a 60 square meter apartment for about 500 USD a month. And I'm going to get into how I was able to get that because that's definitely a trade secret. I see so many people paying an insane amount for housing, over 20,000 baht to stay in a 30 square meter apartment. Would heavily not recommend that. When you're looking for housing, especially in Thailand, here are my two main suggestions. The first one is that you want to look for older condos. I know on YouTube and IG, everyone's always showing these condos that are like high rises with the infinity pool and all that stuff. But generally, there's kind of a trade-off here. So even though you get the infinity pool, you get the high rise, you get everything, you're going to exchange it or changing out the fact that you have to get a lot less space. So kind of a push and a pull there. If you want all the extra amenities, you're going to have way less space in comparison. So for me personally, I did not want to live in a box. It's not enjoyable. So I wanted space. So I chose an older condo. So even though it doesn't have an infinity pool, we have a pool. Even though it doesn't have like a gym, there's a gym like literally a 2-minute walking distance from my house. And so generally all the stuff that I need is close by. And if you think about it from a price standpoint, and so while I'm paying 20,000 baht for a condo that has a gym, a pool, this or that, I can generally just get each of those things separately. And the total cost will actually still cost less than what it would be if I had those things plus my cheaper condo than getting the normal standard condo with all the extra hardcore amenities. So it's just something to think about, that you should really look for older condos because the cost is not only less, but you really get more. And one other thing is also make sure that when you're looking for apartments, you want to keep in mind these two other things. One, you want to make sure that you're using Facebook Marketplace. That's probably the most common place you'll see apartments listed. You're going to use the actual Marketplace application portion of Facebook, or you can join Facebook groups. For me, for example, I just searched Bangkok long-term stay and looked around and kept looking and was patient, and I was able to find the apartment that I have now. So when you're looking, just don't jump on the first thing you see, because so many times you're going to get scammed. They're going to ask for 3 months deposit or something like that. You know what I mean? You just want someplace that's going to ask for normal stuff. A 1-year contract is generally pretty normal. They may ask you for a deposit, that's fine. But if they start asking you for 2 months deposit, 3 months deposit, that's a lot. Remember, you have the money, you have the power. So if you don't want to do it, just refuse. And also make sure that when you go into the property doesn't have any smells, it doesn't have any stuff that's not working. If so, you want to tell your landlord immediately, hey, this stuff isn't working, replace it if you want to move into that space. Like my property, there was like 1 or 2 things about it that wasn't, I want to say it wasn't working, but hadn't been replaced in a while, like such as the shower head in my bathroom, that had to be replaced. And also, obviously the most important thing is utilities. People never think about utilities when it comes to Thailand. Everyone's always showing the $400 apartment, but not the $200 extra they pay for utilities. And utilities are very expensive, and that's honestly the main way I see Thai people get foreigners on the prices. They'll be like, oh, the apartment's really cheap, but the utilities are like 600 baht a month, like something super crazy. So what you should be paying for utilities for water, electricity, should just be 4 baht per whatever the SI or system for whatever SI they're using. I can't remember offhand. And the reason why is that you don't really think about how much power you're using until you get that bill back. And you're like, why is there 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 extra baht on my rent for the month? So keep in mind that like if you start going above something crazy, you're gonna get charged that first month and it's gonna be horrendous. The bill is gonna be out the roof. That's the common way I really see Thai people get foreigners, is they'll say, oh, the rent is really cheap, but the utilities are something outrageous, where like, because you don't know the conversion rate, you don't really think you're paying a lot even though you actually are. The next thing we're gonna get into is gonna be transportation. So transportation does cost money in Thailand. I think people think it's super cheap, especially if you're in Bangkok, Phuket. If you're not on any like smaller island, transportation is gonna be a lot of money. I would generally say if you're going anywhere in Bangkok, anywhere in Phuket, anywhere in Chiang Mai, via Bolt or Grab, which are the two main applications that everyone uses, and there's actually one more, but I'm gonna save it till the end because it's a secret. You're gonna end up paying about 200 baht, which like I said is about $6 in USD. So once again, it's not super expensive. You know, in the States, if you go 5 minutes, you're gonna get charged 20 bucks. Here, it's a lot less, a lot less in comparison. But still, over time, that $6 is gonna add up. If you're doing 2, 3 trips, 4 trips a day, you're gonna end up spending like $40 a day on transportation. So my recommendation is to get a motorbike or a car, or rent a car. You can rent a car in Thailand for about 300 bucks a USD a month. Not that bad. Like, it's actually pretty much what I paid in my car insurance for my car back home. Or what you can do as well is that you can get a motorbike, which I think is the cheaper route, in my opinion, kind of the better route. Even though motorbikes are a little bit more unsafe, depending on your day-to-day commutes. From a cost standpoint, on gas, it's way better. You'll spend probably 100 baht for every 2 weeks for a motorbike, or 100 baht in a car, so I'm not gonna get you anything. For my motorbike, for example, I only paid about 1,000 USD and it runs really well. I've had literally no issue. I think all I had to do was put some air in the tires and that was about it. So I heavily suggest getting a motorbike if you want to live in some place that doesn't have a lot of traffic. If you're in a place that has a lot of traffic, I would not recommend getting a motorbike. It's actually way unsafe. In the part of Phuket that I live in, we don't have a lot of traffic. It's actually very quiet. And so driving a motorbike is like not dangerous at all. But if you're in like the heart of Bangkok or something, yeah, you're gonna have traffic like crazy. and driving a motorbike in that is not gonna be good. And so one other thing when it comes to transportation as well that people also don't think about is that you're gonna need a license. So here in Thailand, you can get a driver's license just like you can in the States. You can get it for 2 years. If you guys want a video specifically on kind of the process for getting a driver's license in Thailand for a motorbike or a car, let me know. I can definitely make a video on it. But essentially, you can get a license for 2 years, and I would heavily recommend it because if you are driving here without a license and get stopped by the police, it is definitely going to be a problem. You will get fined, and possibly even worse. I have definitely seen it with my own eyes. So don't play with the police. You don't want to end up in Thai jail. Trust me, it's not worth it. And then the last main expense to think about is food. So food in Thailand is actually pretty cheap. I would say even if you're really going out and balling, like you're gonna spend like 10 bucks on food. But I would generally say per day you can spend up to like $10 a day on food. It's actually really cheap. That's whether you order it from Grab or Bolt or whatever other service you use. They're all pretty cheap and affordable. But I think the cheapest way to eat and also to try more of the cuisine and the food of Thailand is to just go to night markets and eat the food that people prepare for the night markets. You'll find a lot of different cuisine here. I mean, Thailand has Egyptian food, Turkish food, Russian food, obviously Thai food, and Malaysian food, Indonesian food. Thailand is really split into two halves. You got Northern Thailand and Southern Thailand. Southern Thailand are gonna be more of like tan Thai people. Northern Thailand is gonna be more light-skinned, fair-skinned Thai people. They have basically totally different dialects and also 2 totally different cuisines. So definitely worth trying. And I haven't even really named all the stuff here. There's still African food and stuff as well. So many different stuff to try. Go out and try some food. Trust me, you're gonna love it. If you guys want videos like this on Thailand and what it's like to live in a foreign country and be an expat, make sure to throw me a like and a sub. Also, if you guys have any questions about Thailand, as well as usual, hit me up and give me some video suggestions. In any case, I'll see you guys next time. Wow.